Alright, welcome to the StarCraft2Cast.com presentation. I am breakycpk, going to be your shoutcasting host, and joining me is nobody once again, because I am doing once again a solo cast of the StarCraft 2 game. Yes, I don't cast this often, as you can see, because I don't even know how to pronounce the title correctly, but this is StarCraft 2, obviously, and I'm testing the waters once again. This is officially my second serious cast with StarCraft 2, and with that said, we are going to be having a cast with a couple of clanmates, and supposedly this was one of the most popular downloaded replays lately, so I thought it was a good play, or download to watch. So anyways, again, I do not try to say I'm a knowledgeable player by any means. I really don't know much about the StarCraft meta game. I mean, I know the basics, but past that, if you're tuning into this cast expecting more, just turn it off now, because simply that's not going to be the case. I'm just here to make it entertaining and hopefully do the best I can with casting and see what happens. But as far as the player themselves, we have ATN Mardow, so ATN obviously the clan Mardow going up against ATN Socke. So like I said, a couple of clanmates here going 1 versus 1 against each other. We got ZVP, Zerg versus Protoss, and we do have the spawns at the 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock positions. Of course, a light blue Protoss in the bottom and the dark blue Zerg at the top. So we got a couple of blue players scouting out, already going on. You see the drone going around the left side here. Gonna eventually find him. Gonna start to scout that out. See, you already have the speed boost being used once again, and of course the Chronos boost, as it's called actually, of course by the Protoss player being effective in that sense. We have the Zerg once again scouting things out, seeing what is can see being built. Protoss actually quick build right there, a pylon going up by this probe right here. However, the drone is going to immediately spot it. He was actually going up to build a hatchery, but unfortunately that's going to stop him. So very good use of that probe. He actually did end up canceling it though, and now he's going to play a little bit of ring around the rosy, keeping the block at this hatchery position. He was not able to block it off right there though. Oh, that's a little bit unfortunate. The second he stopped paying attention, he was able to get the hatchery off. So good attempt right there by Socke. You know, made it cost him about 10-15 seconds, but perhaps could have done a little bit more. But now he's trying to run away from the Zerglings. Here comes another set of Zerglings, and they in fact cut him off. So finally the scout is taken out though. But talk about a quick expansion right here from the Protoss side. He already has his Nexus going up along with the gateway. You can see at the bottom of the ramp right here, 2 Zealots already currently out. So great microing by the light blue player, again being played by Socke. We have a Zergling rush though coming in from the blue side. He's sending them at those Zelnaga towers. Of course, sight on StarCraft 2 is very, very important, especially with those Zelnaga towers. And especially from a Zerg player, being that he can get these quick Zerglings, and of course spawning 2 at a time. He can just do 1 at each tower, depending on how many there are. Now he's scouting things out. He does notice the gateway, obviously. He notices the quick expansion, and already a forge going up, so perhaps we'll see some quick photon cannons from this Protoss player. We have the Zealots trying to do enough micro, at least take out 1 or 2 of these Zealots, but great maneuvering right there by Mardow. He gets through. And now he's into the base. Will he start to try to pick off probes is the question. He's going to cause a lot of harassment here. We'll see if Socke uses these probes perhaps to try to get some kills right here. But in the meantime, they might be able to pick off 1 probe. No, good microing. Only microing that 1 probe. We have another Zealot coming out right here. So this is a little bit of ring around the rosy. Of course, Zerg players. In the meantime, while he's keeping him occupied, by the way, much more building going on. Of course, on Mardow's side, he already has his queen out, and he has more buildings going up in terms of he actually finished his hatchery. As you can see, he has some drones going down here, and he currently has more and more drones being built. So he's really getting a lot of income right here, trying to slow down the actions per minute of this light blue player with this harassment, and I'm sure he's doing just that. Cybernetics score finally going out. It's a little bit, probably a little bit later in that sense than what he was looking for, but as you can see, a photon cannon. So a great block right here by Socke. So when these Zerglings finally do get taken out, it's going to be very, very difficult to get any more penetration on a Mardow's part. So. And once again, an excellent defense set up here, and now he's just going to look to focus on building up his army for the time being now that his great defense is set up. We also have an Overlord sitting right on top of the base. He's like, yeah, I'll just chill here. Nothing can stop me. So what are you going to do about it, big boy? We have the Zealots actually taken out. There was one more Zergling left now, running around in circles. And this is just a lot of fun to watch. We have 4 Zealots chasing down this lone Zergling. They're running so fast, you'd think they would finally run out of breath. I mean, I know they're aliens, but come on, like, they gotta have some sort of exhaustion right here. But again, this Mardow just playing ring around the rosy. We have another Overlord scouting things out over here, so of course he knows the expansion is already up. But talk about a very quick expansion, and immediately getting tons and tons of probes out. So we already see 35 probes, 38 drones though for blue player. The Zergling was finally taken out, and you see as soon as the Stalker comes out, that's what happens. But look at all the gateways going up right now for this Protoss player. He builds 3 more right there. He's now researching the warp gate, of course, and so he's going to look to mass these tier 1 units at 6 gateways in total. He is really setting up those gateways, perhaps going to work into high Templars as well. Of course, that's a very popular strategy against Zerg-type players that do like to mass tier 1 units themselves, and we do have a lot of Zerglings already being built, but we'll see how Mardow reacts to this. He does not have vision on all those gateways going up. A very good, very smart play by Socke there, not putting them up until they got the kills on the units. So preventing Socke from, or excuse me, Mardow from really knowing what's going on. We see another fast expansion here from Mardow. Speaking of him, as he gets it at the top left, the 10 o'clock position. I know my clock times, I promise. Another queen down here, of course, and again, just working with those, working with these Zerglings. We see a spine crawler going up, so setting up a little bit of defense himself, and he actually might need it. We have quite a decent-sized army right here for Socke. Only one Stalker, but he's got 5 Zealots on top of that, and you really don't see much of an army here, though, for Mardow. He's been spending more on expansions and really getting a lot of drones out for economic reasons. He did build that defense though with the spine crawler, so that is enough to kind of scare off these Protoss players for the time being. But he notices the expansion, and this is going to be huge for Socke. Going to take out the quick expansion for Mardow, and that's going to slow him down a little bit. But now Mardow might try to counter with a little bit of harassment himself. He actually runs into 3 Stalkers right here with a massive Zerglings. The Stalkers continuing to run. Great micromanagement here by Socke, trying to block off the one that's already getting auto attack. But now they are completely squished in there. The Zerglings are going to finish them off. Here comes a Portents, though. Very good pylon placement right there from the Protoss player, porting in all of these Zealots and forcing the Zerglings to run away. So what looked like to be a very good block right there for Mardow ended up not doing so well, but a quick Spire right here for Mardow, getting those Mutalisks up. Already has 6 Mutalisks up, and obviously these Zealots are dead to rise. You see the Zerglings again doing ring around the rosy. These Spine Crawlers and the Mutalisks just doing way too much damage, and that's going to be enough to counter the early Zealots. So I don't think we'll be seeing too many more Zealots in terms of from this Protoss player. Going to focus definitely more on the Stalkers, and now we'll see what type of anti-air he decides to get, if any at all. But we do see him massing up the Stalkers. Now we have a Templar archive going up, so as I was talking about earlier, it could very likely, well actually no, that's just a Templar archive. It's not the High Templar archive. So, or wait, can this? Yeah, no, okay, yeah, I'm blanking there. Wow. So yeah, the Templar Archive, so yeah, you can research Psionic Storm from that, so we'll see if he looks to build up those High Templars now with that built up. But again, these Mutalisks, they're going to try to cause some harassment here, but the Stalkers, with the Blink ability, surely he was researching it. It is not finished yet, obviously, but he was in the process. Here it is. Has the Blink done very soon, so he'll be able to use that a little bit more effectively, especially against these Mutalisks who obviously have the movement speed advantage. But with the Blink, should be able to catch up. But you see him just keeping these Stalkers in his base and preventing the quick Mutalisk rush, or the quick Mutalisk, or the heavy Mutalisk harassment from Mardow. Trying to find the right word there. The expansion once again going back up, by the way. So Mardow definitely got slowed down there for a bit, but getting it right back up. You see him now building up those roaches. So army getting bigger and bigger definitely for Mardow. Whereas again, the second time in a row, we see the Protoss player, this time being played by Socke, going for a very basic army with Zealots and Stalkers. We do have, it looks like I think one Hydralisk was taken out, but you see the Hydralisk moving in the expansion right here, trying to pick off probes. I believe they got one, but there's that Blink ability I was talking about, and it gets him another pick on another Mutalisk. So again, that Blink ability, very crucial against these Hydralisk, and we saw why right there. We have the Overlord still here. We'll see if he may be able to catch that, but it doesn't look like he's going to spot it, and he's going to fall back to the base to play it safe. So at least Mardow, he's keeping his opponent occupied, and that's obviously what he wants right here. Wants to keep him occupied as much as possible while he gets his effective army built up, going for the Hydralisk. So that's a very good build against these Stalkers, definitely, but it's